Hello, 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 and welcome back to RailRoads Online. So today we are taking a ride, gonna finish the look at the new rail as everything is pretty much complete now. So we are running the Class 48 today for the finish. A couple of channel things. Oh, well, I guess one channel thing off the bat. We just recently hit. Wait a minute. Why are we not taking off? Fire temperature is not up, but we have pressure. Hang on, just a sec. Oh, mythical brake, or maybe I didn't see it before. Either way, brake was on. That'll do it. So here we go. So back to it. So we just hit 600 subs on the channel. So big thank you to everybody who has recently subscribed and joined the channel. The channel's growing pretty quick now. It's been awesome. And we will keep making videos and the ride continues to run. But I did want to say thank you. It's been awesome for the support and the group joining. Also pointing out that the Discord link is in the video description down below. So if you're looking to share screenshots, talk to RailRoads Online people looking for games or any of the above, please feel free to join the Discord and come join the group. I think we're right around 100 people or more now in the Discord, and there's kind of always something going on in there now, just about every day. So please come join the Discord if you have an interest in that kind of thing, sharing your screenshots or stories or pictures of locomotives, railroads from anywhere and everywhere. But huge thank you to everybody. It's been great. Also, we have been doing the multiplayer thing now recently on Sundays. Seems to be a good day for that. We might be starting to kick in another day or two a week of doing multiplayer, different type of stuff. So if that kind of thing interests you, by all means, please come and join the Discord. And it's been great. So to cover the track, as we're kind of skipping over a few things here, I did turn around on the run up this time. Basically every time we change over the water, and actually in a couple other places too, we changed our type of bridge. So this is effectively a just kind of a showing of the bridges of Pine Valley, if you will. So we have all different types of bridge work that we could get in the game currently on the way up. So that's kind of a neat little draw to this part of the track. I have to say, after doing all that, the one thing I would love for us to actually get added to the game would be like a covered bridge of some kind. We need one of the old covered bridges. Like, no, we wouldn't have a tunnel, but at least we'd have something to run our trains through. That would be kind of cool. So I'm all for a covered bridge at some point in the game. I think that'd be pretty neat to see. I did notice after laying all these bridges that they changed the with this update, the track now with the bridges is gray, like the I'm not sure what they call them, but the cross beams. I don't know why for the life of me now I can't remember what they're called, but I noticed that they changed them all on the bridges to like gray, because with the original spline update or our new spline update, they were the color of the bridge work, and that's not the case anymore. They're gray, so that's kind of cool. We did do mainly stonework. I don't think we have much groundwork. I think there's one little section that's actually like groundwork, but I did not use a lot of that out here. just to keep it a cleaner track. I don't know. For some reason, running up this valley, I've never been a big fan of straight up groundwork. It's always been walled or something to get it up off the ground a little bit. Plus, you know, if you're going to try to keep things pretty level through here, you kind of end up elevating it a little bit. Otherwise, you'd have all these little ups and downs, I think. Not a big fan. Definitely smoothed out some of the turns. Paid no mind whether we were over the water or what we were, because I know in our one video, the up a creek without a paddle, this is the creek that we ran the locomotive all the way up this. We had laid track all the way through this water, so I already know that like the deepest this water gets anywhere is a couple feet. The water is not deep anywhere in that creek, really. The two little spots I think that were kind of halfway deep. It's a pretty shallow creek, unless they've changed something. Which, I still say, if you're looking for a track laying challenge, self-imposed track laying challenge, give that a shot. Run the rail up this water and see how far up to the waterfall you can get. I wasn't able to quite make it all the way. My attempt is on video. Laying the track up that, it might be easier now with the longer splines and stuff, but with the old splines, it was not easy to run the rail up this creek, that I'll say. So we do have some few up inclines and declines in here, but nothing really, I think, went over maybe 1.5% or something until we get up to the actual mountain run. We are probably 2.5, between 2 and 2.5 most of the time, heading up to the ironworks. You'll see that track coming up. Here's some of the new bridge color, and then some of my favorite in the red. Though I am really starting to become partial to that, I believe it's the DNRGW track with the white rail. I'm really starting to kind of like that too. Looks nice. So then we went from red to, I think, trestle bridge, and then I think we even threw in a piece of steel bridge somewhere along here just to do it. Have to push back a few trees again because, as you can see, the trees have moved closer to the rails. I think we've definitely heard that from multiple players, that the trees clearly, when respawned, were spawned closer to our tracks than we had previously cut them back. I've even had some players share and show screenshots of trees actually in their tracks, so we definitely know that they are respawning closer to your track. Most of mine, I have to say, was cut back far enough that I haven't had anything in a track, but as I've said, we have seen screenshots confirmed of these trees spawning in track that have been used. So heads up. Oh yep, sure, here's our steel section of bridge that we put in, which actually pretty much spanned the creek except for the one post, so that's not bad. Huh. Some of the stuff you don't see. Yeah, I'm not too precise with the way that I laid any of the bridges or anything, so where they're cut off or where they start, I just went with what I need. I figure at some point we'll come back and we'll clean out some of that stuff. I still may come in here and double rail this whole run. I'm not exactly sure. Just for the multiplayer sessions, that way if somebody's coming down, you know, this would be a long rail to run into each other on, so I could see doubling the whole track out here. Wouldn't be hard either. I mean, you definitely have plenty of space, so that may yet be in the future. We're going to really beef up the rails in this save spot now for a copy
to be a multiplayer run that way. You know, I figure we have, I think, something like 15, 16 locomotives on this one, maybe 17 locomotives even on this one now with the new pickups, and we have tons and tons of rolling stock, so we'd be able to run at least, you know, a dozen people and have everybody doing whatever, depending on whether the system can handle it or not. We have been doing multiplayer test runs with 3 and 4 players at a time. Been running really smooth. We were playing this last weekend, and I know we were all commenting about how really the game was running like single player has always run. When there were 3 of us in the game, we added a 4th, and it gave us no extra lag or anything else in the process. So whatever's going on with the updates and the beta, I have to say it's running performance-wise, massive increase, incredible performance for the tests and sessions that we've run. I have nothing to complain about. Now, I do know when people are on the main and the beta versions as a mix, not so great per se maybe, but if you're running on the beta, things have been really pretty smooth and great performance-wise, at least in our experience. This last weekend was really incredible, I have to say. After the update, you know, like I said, we were running 3 people and 4 people, and it was running every bit as smooth as this is running now. Really pretty amazing. Clear the tracks. The big feller is on the way. I can't wait until we get some of the real bigger locomotives like this, something that's really got some oomph, but is big and beefy like this one. I really like this locomotive just because of the size of the thing. It's so great. The look, the whistle, I'm just digging it. I know it doesn't have a lot of tractive effort, and I know it's just a switching locomotive, and it's, you know, whatever, but I gotta admit, I really like this thing. Even though it's simple, I still think Eureka and Glenbrook probably look far better. You know, they're definitely snazzier looking locomotives, right? This thing's just cool. Only thing I wish we would have got some color options on this one, because this thing blacked out has got to be just a beefy looking little monster. But I'm not too sure how much I like those big yellow doors, if I'm being honest. I could have done without the yellow outside doors, but, you know, such as it is. What are you gonna do, right? Oh, and this section, I know anybody that was, you know, watched our rail before or was a fan of the channel, I know this here all got straightened out finally, obviously, with the beta track. This was probably some of the jankiest track on the entire rail. And then down here, I found a piece of wall that had to have been like an attempt at construction by me, or the game just randomly spawned a wall down here. But I did get that deleted. I really have no idea how it got there. I sure don't remember putting it there. But when I was coming around this corner, I saw it down there, so I just deleted it. Not sure what that was about. This turn, just because I like the way that the wall looks in the turn, we brought it out a little bit so that it kind of pops just a little bit more. I don't know. I just like the wall on this turn. It's the one place. I kind of have as high a wall as I could get just for the look. Now this section we do drop into the grass, so it's going to be interesting to see how Tubby here deals with some of this, because we are pretty low. Ooh, that turns a little sharper than I like. We should smooth that bend out a little bit, I think. But some of these final turns up here are going to be a bit of a challenge, and I'm not sure how this one's going to deal with it. The hairpin turn, or whatever you want to call it, the sharp turn up here is at a 3% angle or incline for a minute, and it is about as sharp a turn as we could bring around there, though I do think we got the track delay this corner that's coming up. I'm really, it laid better than it did last time, I'll say that. So we'll just have to see how locomotives actually handle it. Being this is our first run up the track and all, who knows. But I have to say, we haven't had any problems with the beta except where I didn't complete the rail myself. We haven't had any problems with locomotives derailing or not being able to handle the track anywhere from Montezuma to the Class 48 now testing. So I'm fairly confident that we won't have too many problems with the big loads. As you can see, we did actually get to smooth this out a little bit, but it is at a 3% incline, which I'm not a super big fan of. I would like to have that less, but I don't know how well you can come around that corner, quite frankly, with a lot less incline. So just kind of is what it is. Class 48 seemed to handle it well, didn't bog down, didn't skip a beat, so I'm assuming a Class 70 should be able to handle bringing pretty much anything up here. I don't anticipate too many problems. If this one will make it. This one in Montezuma don't seem to like super sharp turns, I'll say that. It seemed to bog a little bit. Montezuma a little more so than the 48, but yeah, I'm pretty sure this one, I don't remember the numbers, but I'm pretty sure this one has a little more oomph than Montezuma does. Monty is not a super stout locomotive. It's just a little feller. And this should be our last wicked turn. And then up here, we changed a few things just with our switches, made things a little more functioning. We brought through all three rails, excuse me. Uh-oh. We're gonna crash. Go. We brought through all three rails this time. The last setup we had, this one just had a bump stop here, so you could back trains up to it, but you couldn't pass through. Now we just brought all three rails through. Made more sense. So we will pull this one up a little bit, just to come around the ironworks. As you can see, we have hoppers over there that are ready to be loaded. We have a Class 70 maybe on that one, or I think we have a Heisler. That one's a Heisler probably, actually, which will probably change this Class 70 and the Heisler. The Heisler probably can handle the wood a little better. The Class 70 is good for just about anything. So we'll just kind of take a little look around. As you can see, this is one of the best views in the game, I think, from up here. You know, you have a waterfall in the background, you get a good look at your rail approach. Pretty hard to beat the view out here at the coal mine, that's for sure. So there we are. I think we'll call that one a win. The track definitely seems to work. The 48 handled it great, and now we definitely have some loads to run and some money to put back in the bank. So I think we'll call that one a success. Say thanks for tuning in.
thanks again for the 600 subs, and here's to many more to come. We appreciate all the support and all the friendly comments and everything else we've got along the way. It's been great and a heck of a lot of fun. So again, thanks for tuning in. Remember, anybody else that gets a chance, like, share, subscribe. Subscriptions are free, but they sure do help the channel grow. Thanks for tuning in. Y'all have a great day.